What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Cataclysm Classic. Now, today we're talking about something way different than usual. It is not a gold making video, even though if you do want to have more gold making information, check out my gold making guide through the link down below. You also get access to a private gold making community by having this guide, in which case you will get my gold making videos, whether that's gold making, gold farming. You will get those videos in early access before they go public. That being said, today we're back talking about more bugs, glitches and exploits in Cataclysm Classic, and to be fair, I haven't really seen that many of them since the launch. We did have quite a few in the pre-patch, and we also found quite a few on the beta. Now, many of the ones that we found were deemed to not be game-breaking. They would just be weird bugs, you know, when fishes were floating in the air, there was no water where there was supposed to be water, and things like that. But the bug we're talking about today, well, this is not really just a bug. This is an exploit, and people have been banned for this in the past, which we'll get further into, but this one, I would say, is game-breaking. So if you've been on Reddit today, there's a big chance you've already seen this one, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway and talk about it. So there's a way to kill the bosses inside raids more than once per week, and get loot from them. Here we go. The title of the post is Wake Up Honey, new Cataclysm Classic, loot exploit just dropped. Kill heroic raid bosses multiple times in the same ID due to them respawning. There's a GitHub here as well, which we'll check out, but the TLDR is this. It's like a 5-step process. Number 1, in Blackwing Descent, kill the first 5 bosses in heroic, or in Bastion of Twilight, kill Cho'Gall in heroic. Leave the last boss unkilled, come back to the raid the other day, and it shows progress 2 out of 6 in BWD or 3 out of 5 in BOT. The Hazy bosses respawned and can be killed and looted again. Now, if you go to this GitHub link, if you check out the post, which I'll be linking down below, and then click on the GitHub link, you will be met with this, which is very bright, but either way, it's once again the same process, the same steps, and it includes source materials like it's a picture. It's not really proof, but it's supposed to be, but so many things are edited out, censored out, so it's very hard to see whether this is proof or not, because it only shows you a guild news right here, and then it shows you guild news on Sunday as well. Now here's the thing, I am not doing heroic raids myself, so I can't confirm or deny if this is true or not, but there's a post about it, there's a GitHub link about it, he's posting proof, and I'll just take it for what it is. I think this is, I think it's real, and we're gonna read through some comments here to see what people have to say about this. It seems to be harder to reproduce or reciprocate than just following these steps. So going through the first one, are there any other conditions needed? Because our guild has done this, where we have killed everything on heroic except the last bosses, and when we came back on a later day, we never got anything like this. Same, this feels like clan weaving trolling. And then there's a bunch of like other comments as well. This one, I don't think this is something you could purposely reproduce, at least not with the steps from the OP. This bug is actually horribly annoying, basically saying that they tried everything, like down here as well, we tried everything to reproduce it, but there's other comments as well that talks about them being able to do this. Going down to, if we go down here for example, we have a comment saying that they've done it. If I can just scroll far enough down, my raid has gone 5 out of 6 heroic BWD and left Nefarian for later in the week in every reset so far, and we have never seen this. There must be extra steps to reproduce this. It happened to us every lockout. We haven't killed the 4 statue guys on heroic, just Magma and the other 3 in the ring, and it's reset every time. So it seems to be some comments that say it's a troll, some people say that it's real. It just seems to be something else you have to do to reproduce the thing, or it's just very hard to reproduce. That being said, I believe that if this is true, which I believe it is, top guilds have 100% figured out how to reproduce this, and they are getting so much loot. They're exploiting loot to get, for example, instead of killing the bosses once, you can kill them twice, 3 times, 4 times, every single week, and get way more loot on your characters. And by scrolling further down in the comments, we have further comments as well stating that it's true. This happened to us week 1, I doubt it will get fixed. And same for the first full week, we kill Atramedes and Magma Heroic, Golems normal on Tuesday, then came back Friday with Atramedes and Magma back alive. Took over an hour to get us all zoned in, it kinda sucked, and we just re-killed them on normal so we could get progging on the new stuff. And not only are the bosses respawning, by the way, you can still get loot from them, which means that you can get loot from the same boss on Heroic twice per week, sometimes even more than twice per week, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. It just depends on how fast they respawn, and we don't know how fast they respawn. But the thing is, this is an exploit, and people that are doing this are obviously exploiting. And remember back what happened in OG Cataclysm. Top guilds were actually banned by abusing a very similar bug in LFR in Dragon Soul for tier sets and tier tokens or tier pieces, because you could do LFR and get loot from LFR multiple times, and they were doing this for tier tokens or tier sets, because the tier bonuses don't care if it's heroic, normal, LFR. The tiers are just so useful on a lot of classes. Some of the trinkets as well, Cunning of the Cruel and all of those, the trinkets were super good, even if you got them on LFR difficulty. So people were farming LFR over and over again because you could get loot more than once per week by abusing a little bit of a bug, which they got banned for. Now the thing is, I say this is an obvious exploit, but also there's a question here from this guy, for example. What should guilds do though? This happened to us 2 weeks in a row when we went in on our second raid day to continue Sinestra progress. Should we just have not killed the Cho'Gall again and lost the chance at Sinestra? Which is a fair and valid point. Like, what are you supposed to do? If you have a raid, let's just say you have a raid and you raid on the weekly reset of Wednesday, and you have 3 progress nights per week, and you re-clear all the bosses on your first raid, are you then supposed to wait 7 days and cancel 2 of your progress days just to not progress because you got hit with a bug or a glitch? Which, if you do, you're exploiting, and you might get banned. This is a super tricky situation, and I simply don't know the answer. All I can say is that guilds in the past have been banned for doing something similar. That being said, back in the day they were deliberately abusing an LFR bug to help them get geared for heroic. In this case, this is a legit question. Are they just supposed to not progress that week because they got hit with a glitch? It is super janky, it's super weird, and I don't know how this exists in the game, and I don't know what went wrong with the Blizzard coding to make heroic bosses respawn. And I wonder if it's the same on normal. Is it the same on normal as well? Have any of you guys experienced any bosses respawning? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your experience with this bug. Have you seen it in person? I have not yet. I've done about 4 raids only, so I can't really speak for everyone on this, but I've done 4 raids, and nothing has been respawning for me in Blackwing Descent or Bastion of Twilight, but let me know if it has for you, and let me know if it was on normal or heroic. I would love to know if this also works on normal. Either way, I just wanted to make a video about this, make the whole glitch, bug, abuse, exploit, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to make it more known, and once again, if this happens to you, be careful. Blizzard have banned people for doing something similar in the past, abusing bosses respawning and doing LFR and stuff, to basically exploiting. It is an exploit, but at the same time, what are you supposed to do? Just not continue your progress? It's weird, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.